Hello and welcome to Arab Business. The raging war in Iraq, fierce competition and high cost of insurance premiums caused Lebanon's industrial exports to shrink by 12.9% in the first 5 months of 2014, compared with the same period of 2013. According to industry ministry figures, total industrial exports up to May of this year reached $1.3 billion, compared to $1.5 billion in the same period of 2013. Imports of industrial machinery and equipment in the same reporting period also sank 16.6% to $117.6 million. Iraq and Saudi Arabia remained the biggest recipients of Lebanese-made goods this year. The United States Agency for International Development and the government have signed a $250 million memorandum to support economic development in Jordan over the next 5 years. The agreement aims at stimulating economic growth, helping to restore fiscal balance, along with increasing trade and creating new jobs. The United States Agency for International Development Director said that in light of unstable conditions in the region and the American government's keenness for Jordan to remain strong and stable, the agreement will expand efforts to accelerate overall economic development in the different regions of the kingdom. Saudi Arabian Airlines plans to raise around 10 billion riyals through the listing of its ground handling, cargo and maintenance units to finance aircraft orders and operating costs. Saudi Arabian Airlines Chief Financial Officer Mohammed Al-Bakri told reporters in Dubai the 2 billion riyal initial public offering of Saudi ground services will happen in the coming weeks, after the planned September listing was postponed. The listing of 30% of the cargo unit is planned for next year, while the 30% listing of maintenance unit is set to be floated in 2017. The 10 billion riyal will be used to finance the airline's expansion plans as it moves to fill a shortage of around 3 million seats a year in the kingdom. Oman Oil is in talks with Occidental Petroleum Corp to buy a minority stake in its assets in the Gulf Arab Sultanate. The Omani firm's chief executive Issam Al-Sajjali said that Oman Oil is looking to buy minority shares in Oxy's assets in Oman, not the whole assets. Occidental's planned sale fits a trend of US oil companies disposing of assets elsewhere in the world in order to tilt strategy towards the shale gas boom in North America. Occidental had said in October last year that it had planned to sell a minority stake in its Middle Eastern and North African operations as part of a restructuring program to lift its valuation. And finally, Dubai's inflation rate rose to its highest level since May 2009 in September, driven by housing and utility costs, according to consumer price data released by Dubai Statistics Center. Inflation rose to 4.2% year-on-year, with housing and utility costs rising 6.5% year-on-year, the fastest increase since 2008. Housing and utility costs rose 4.1% year-on-year and 1.5% month-on-month in September. Earlier this month, real estate consultant Knight Frank said prime rents in Dubai continue to outpace wage inflation, which is raising concerns about affordability, leading some to consider buying instead of renting. That was all for today. For more updates, please visit Levant.tv. We will be back tomorrow with some more from the business world in the Middle East. Goodbye.